Hi, this will be a reading on Amazon, Bezos, and the Age of Aquarius. So, I decided to do this reading because I saw in the news briefly that Amazon workers in Alabama were taking a vote to decide to unionize or not. And if they do unionize, it would be the first um, time anybody's formed a union within the company of Amazon. And this would probably set off a domino effect to where all the other warehouses in the country and around the world would probably want to maybe form a union now or join the union. And I thought to myself, interesting. Well, good luck, Alabama workers. And also, look at the age of Aquarius playing out in real life. And then the reason why I decided to do this video was because as somebody who reads the energies and reads the stars and the planets and stuff, what we see is the energy will repeat. We do go into cycles. Age of Aquarius is one of them. And we went into the Age of Aquarius in the winter solstice of 2020. And this was a big shift. And it changed a lot, the last time it came around, which was like 200 years ago. And now it's coming around again, and we're starting to see it play out. When I see the Amazon workers going up against the company and maybe forming a union, to me, that's Age of Aquarius playing out in the world. Later than that night, in the feed, I'm looking through YouTube and a Bezos interview comes up, and it's like a 10-minute clip. Click on it. It's back in the day when Amazon was first starting, and I thought I just saw on the news them talking about unionizing. I remember those days. Let's see what he has to say. Watching the interview, this is 10, 15 years ago. It was during the dot-com era, right? Dot-com had just busted. Amazon was just starting, blah, blah, blah. He's talking away about it. And I'm looking at his energy starting to come through. And I can start to see his aura. And it is so bright. And it is so silver. It's like a platinum. It is just bright, bright silver platinum color. And then it starts to fade, and it fades into like a steel color, and then a gray color, and then a dark color, and then it goes back, and it keeps going into this color like that. And I thought to myself, this guy is so driven and smart, and changing the world, successful type of stuff is just in his energy. Yet at the same time, what is that? What is that underline? Is that insecurity? Is that greed? Is that meanness? Is that evilness? What is that other side? It's very weird. Now, I've only seen this energy color a few times from a few people, actually, all very successful in technology, but that's another story. And what I see is this guy really has a drive, yet there's something holding him back. And it's literally in his energy, it's who he is. It's written in his karma, it's in his stars, right? Well, now I stopped the interview because I decide to Google Jeff Bezos' birth chart. And that's what we do. We look at the energy, I look at the charts, whatever, all readers do it. You get famous, you got all the information out there. And I look at the birth chart, I see in his birth chart, it's literally in his stars also. So we'll break all this down. I'll tell you what I see, and then we'll do a little tarot card reading. And I don't know, we'll see the connections. So, as I said, Amazon wants to vote. The workers in the warehouse, they want to make a union. They're taking a vote on it. As I said, when I saw the news broadcast, it immediately came to me, oh, look at the Age of Aquarius playing out. Look at them trying to do a vote, and I feel they won't get the results for 2 weeks to 2 months. I think they'll get their union, but I don't really feel like their union is going to be some kind of savior, knight in shining armor coming through for them. I don't think so. Listen, no one's coming to save you. Sorry, but you better learn to save yourself. And this union might be better in some ways, but still, it's just what it is. And I could feel that, I could see that in the energy, but good luck. I hope they get what they want with their union. Now, as I said, in the age of Aquarius, right, comes to mind because the age of Aquarius had some major things happen in the world when we were in that energy and in that time in the past. When we look back at the age of Aquarius and we look at the past, we see that the American Revolution, which was from 1765 to 1783, okay, that happened in the age of Aquarius. This is when America freed themselves from the British, right? We went into this huge, okay, we're not drinking your tea, it's coffee for us, and no queen, and we want our independence, and God bless America. I'm all for it, right? But what happened after that? Well, it was a while before America became a prosperous, independent country. We went through depression, we went through disease, we went through a lot of things after the American Revolution. Now, then we see in history also through the age of Aquarius, we went through the Industrial Revolution, which was 1760 to 1820, and this is when machines started doing more of the factory work. It wasn't so hands-on and things like that, right? This is around the time that, even the cotton gin was invented. Then we see the discovery of electricity. Ben Franklin, he actually discovered that lightning was electricity, right? Other people had already discovered electricity, but he figured out that lightning was electricity. Y'all know the kite and the key story. That was 1759. Again, Age of Aquarius energy. Now, what we see again with the Age of Aquarius energy in the past is that, like, even though the Industrial Revolution did bring machinery and factory and jobs, and uh, it helped with some parts of slavery but not others, because the cotton gin could only do so much. They still needed slaves for other things, but it still took us to a better energy, gave us more industry. We did gain our freedom through the American Revolution, all these things. They didn't come without consequence, though, because even in the industrial industry, like I said, cotton gin only helped so much. They still kept slaves for the part that the cotton gin couldn't do. The industrial revolution with the machines, I mean, now we bring in child labor laws and, people losing arms and limbs and stuff in these factories. This is why we had to bring in workers' comp and laws and child labor laws and things like that. So even through the Industrial Revolution, there was still a balance on, yeah, this is really good, but then we have a consequence on the other hand. So we see in history that happens too. Now, how the Age of Aquarius involves technology and rebellion and invention and humanity. Now, bring that into present times, okay? Because we were talking Age of Aquarius last time, which was like, 200 years ago. Now we bring the same energy, Age of Aquarius, into this time, which started at the end of 2020 and into 2021. Bring that into present times, we see a surge in our technology, which is beyond what we've ever imagined or seen before. And the effects of these computer companies, the speed, their rise, their fall, as I said, look at the dot-com era, but now in the age of Aquarius, these things are exposed and forward progress happens, okay? So again, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, what we see with companies like Amazon, okay, is modern day slavery with the basic elimination of the middle class, people working at places like Amazon being paid the minimum in hostile work environments, no freaking health benefits. And here in the age of Aquarius, we see it being exposed on a different level. Again, so given history, like we've seen, just like through the American Revolution, other things became exposed. Not only did we gain our freedom, but like I said, we went through other parts that were just as hard. So the same thing happens, but now in modern terms. And you can see with the Amazon workers, trying to form a union, and Amazon actually fighting it, pretty hard. They don't want these workers to do that. They've put in a lot of money and time and resources. Amazon workers, you know, they got to fight ahead of them, and it's not going to be an easy one. And I feel that Amazon workers will win their fight to a union, although I think that Amazon, I think they'll get their union, but I don't know if the union's really going to save them as much as they think. Also, because Amazon, with the Age of Aquarius energy, the company may have the ability to expand technology to make robots more efficient. That's where they're going to go, or at least human AI technology. And as we see with the Age of Aquarius, how it so involves technology, rebellion, invention, and humanity. But in my mind, when you bring that into modern day terms, expect robots to take over your job and expect AI connection to where you're plugging yourself in, you know, to work at these places and to go to these jobs. It's going to be like you got to put a chip in. Fuck your name tag, now you got a chip in your finger. Yeah. So what I think is like in the past with the Age of Aquarius, also, exposing the industrial industry and the work conditions and the stuff like the child labor laws back in the day, and like, the safety measurements that were put in, and you can't have people doing that, no more children working 10 hours, people losing body parts. Well, look at what's happening in Amazon. What are the workers saying? We don't get paid enough. We have to stand 10, 12 hours out of the day. It's ridiculous what they want us to do. It's so hard to be a picker. It's so hard to be on the assembly line. Now, in modern day times, we see history repeats itself as companies like Amazon and owners like Bezos and Musk and Gates are all exposed, and the workers are given recognition, but still there's some restriction with this energy. There's some other like balance, like I said, there's some other hard times that come along with it. Nobody's coming in to save you. So I'm just focusing on this energy because, you know, one, it's really for the support of the Amazon workers. And it's also for me to document the Age of Aquarius energy and to see like how it's playing out. And hopefully and hope if anyone listens or watches this or believes or whatever, maybe we would start learning from our fucking mistakes. So, in my opinion though, as long as these people keep worshiping their money and like, being a trillionaire isn't enough and people just continue to be divided and being extreme, I don't care. Extremism is a problem. Being divided on class, race, politics, religion, the energy will expose it all for what it is. Complete corruption, greed, and deception, because that's what it is. And the energy has got to balance. And if we don't balance it, then the universe comes along and it does balance. That's what happens. The universe comes along and balances it for you. And here we are in the Age of Aquarius. Look at the universe balancing this shit for us. Now I want to talk about Bezos' birth chart, right? Because the other part of this, seeing the union workers really go after and try to, unite and everything the way that they have. we look at Bezos' energy now. Here it is. Sorry, I have to write everything down. And Jeff Bezos, he was born in Albuquerque, New Mexico on January 12th, 1964. And Albuquerque is actually has a lot of ties to these people that have world changing abilities out there. I swear they all have ties to Albuquerque in one way or another. I think Bill Gates is another one. Anyway, Bezos was born in Albuquerque. He's 56. He was the creator and founder of Amazon. He owns the Washington Post. Born January 12th makes him a Capricorn sun. When I look at his birth chart, I see that he is a Sagittarius moon. His Aries is his ascendant, so Aries ascendant. Now, his Chinese astrology says he is a water rabbit, and his numerology birth path is birth path 6. So, what I see, as I said, when I saw his energy, this guy's so freaking driven. My God, it's just like in his energy, it's in his stars, it's in his karma. Absolutely. And when we look at his birth chart, that's exactly what we see. So, what I see next in the birth chart is Capricorn, okay, is his sun sign, and it's in his sun, his Mercury, his Mars, and his midheaven. This gives him a capacity for hard work. Now, Bezos also has Uranus and Pluto in Virgo, which is the sixth house. This makes him focus on efficiency and practicality. Okay. His vision and creativity come from Aries ascendant. His Sag moon in the ninth house makes him very traditional. His individuality comes from Mars and Capricorn in the 10th house. Now, what does this all mean? A Capricorn sun and a Sagittarius moon creates a very driven personality, making the individual very active mentally and physically. Okay, never ending energy and drive, great organization, idealistic, enthusiastic, strong, motivated, creative. Now, on the other side, the person can be insecure, misguided, and selfish. They measure success by power. Now, y'all have seen goats, right? Mountain goats, they like run up the mountain real fast, and sometimes take and run right off a cliff, right? And so this is that Capricorn energy that has that drive to take risks or sometimes run right off the cliff. You never know with them. Now the Sagittarius is that whole half human, half horse, that centaur, and that archer. Sagittarius running through life with feet on the ground and head in the clouds and all about travel and worldwide views and adventure, right? Then that Aries ascendant, right? Now this Aries ascendant of Jeff Bezos gives that energy, that impulse, that, opinionated, strong will energy comes through with the Aries ascendant. Also, Aries ascendant, they hate to be told what to do or to be controlled. So this will not be an easy fight for Bezos or these workers, as I said. Bezos has fought hard. This is why we have seen him, get crazy on Twitter and stuff and have all his feelings involved. But in the age of Aquarius, he would be wise to figure a way to control the situation in a positive way, start fighting for control, like in this negative way, and to kind of be like, I will give you what you want because I'm in control and I still have some control of what I can actually give them in compromise. If he decides to negatively fight this during the age of Aquarius, it will lead to exposure and bigger problems. Now listen, the guy is a fucking trillionaire, right? How many problems can he have? I get that. But at the same time, you'll be exposed more for your shit. And that's exactly what we see happening in the age of Aquarius. Now, as I said, the Chinese astrology, water rabbit. This is what Jeff Bezos is, water rabbit. Water rabbit, polite, cautious, responsible. Now, on the other hand, very weak-minded and weak principles. There you go. Numerology birth path, number 6. This makes him realism, materialization of harmony, craft, and work and service. So, as I said, you can see in his stars through his birth chart, this is what this guy is supposed to do. This isn't his karma. This is written in his stars. This is what his soul is here to do. In no way am I defending him at all. But what I will say is, after reading his birth chart and seeing his energy, what it seems of Jeff Bezos is that he doesn't understand that the rest of the world, this damn Capricorn, Sagittarius, Aries guy here, doesn't get that most people don't work and think and physically actively live or run after or chase down or create their dreams 20 hours out of the day. And that's the kind of energy that Bezos carries. He is that type of person who is constantly creating and thinking and working, and he does this 20 hours out of the day, sleeps like 3, 4, that kind of person. Just this drive, this energy. It's pretty amazing, but to him it's natural, and he doesn't understand why everyone's not like that. So he doesn't feel that he actually is asking that much of his workers for 10-12 hour shifts, for no bathroom breaks, for a 30-minute lunch, blah blah blah, and then that greediness comes in. Well, no offense, Capricorns, but he is a Capricorn, which is King of Pentacles, which is all about collecting their coins, and they are collecting those coins, let me tell you. So, there's that where that comes in. That Aries ascendant, you're not going to tell me what to do. That stubbornness, but that Sag, that, philosopher, traveler, I'm going to make this worldwide, global. This is why he created Amazon, and he is able to run Amazon the way that he does. But in the age of Aquarius, he'd be wise to not get exposed for all that terrible shit. And, that'll be leading to bigger problems. He's going to have to Jedi mind trick himself to think that he's in control, and we'll see, because there's an underlying energy there. Like I said, even if you get your union, you're not going to get everything that you want. There's still an underlying energy there. Keeps going from platinum to gray to silver. You see it in the stars, that you can be very nice and creative and polite, yet very insecure. It's just in the karma. It's just in his stars. It's in his soul. And we're in the age of Aquarius, and it's starting to play out. Oh, and we got cards falling out already, so let's see what the cards have to say. Amazon is just, one of those companies. Bezos is just one of those people. It's the way it goes. Sometimes things like this are written in the stars. Just for fun, other Sagittarius and, let's see, Capricorn Sun, Sagittarius Moon, other famous ones, Tiger Woods, Anthony Hopkins, R. Kelly, and Elaine from Seinfeld. I forget her name, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, again, really motivated, successful on a different level. They're one of a kind, whether they're acting or being a musician, or they're into technology and business. Bezos is a businessman, for sure. I'm pretty sure he was on Wall Street before he was doing all the Amazon stuff, right? Like, whatever it is that they do, and for those of you out there that are Capricorn Sun, Sagittarius Moon, you have drive written in your stars and your karma and your energy for life on a different level, on a natural ability to learn the lesson. So now we'll see. I'm curious to know what's the energy around the Amazon workers and their union, Jeff Bezos, all in the age of Aquarius. We'll see when they'll get the votes counted. I think we're about a week and a half in, and I thought 2 weeks to 2 months. But you know, there's a lot of voter problems, I guess, in the world, right? Look at that. Speaking of Wheel of Fortune, this really tells me, yeah, there's a lot of good luck here, although we'll have to see the wheel turn, right? And some spirituality with the Hermit. So that's really going within, taking a look spiritually. Virgo energy. Wow, outcome is a Tower. Things are being exposed. This really does kind of sound like the situation. 8 of Cups on the bottom, seeking. Yep, they're seeking 10 cups, those workers are. So here we have the wheel. All that fate, all that destiny, all that stuff we were just talking about, weren't we? We were talking about that wheel. And here we are with, birth charts and ages of Aquarius and things like that. And here we are with the spirituality. They don't really know where they're going. Hermit mode energy. Then what's the outcome? A Tower. Seeking 8 of Cups. Let's see. One more on the Wheel of Fortune for the Amazon Union and the Jeff Bezos energy. Victory. See, there's a victory coming. They needed that. Yeah, to change that will, move it forward into victory. Hermit energy. Wow, getting spiritual, not really knowing where you're going, but having that opportunity, that cup of love. Good. Universe saying, here's your options, right? Here's what you need. But that Tower comes in. What is the Tower here? An Enterprise, new beginnings, 2 new beginnings. Well, I mean 2 aces, which means new beginnings. Absolutely. Magician on the bottom, Aries energy, manifesting what you need. Look at that. Small offer from an earth sign. Capricorn is an earth sign. Wow, it looks like the Amazon workers might get their offer. Let's hope so. Good for them. One more for this Tower and this Enterprise. This could also be read as Tower in anger. I'm going to clarify that. Let's see. Fire energy. King of Swords. Wow, this really makes me think. I don't know. Because this guy, King of Swords, is very lawyer, strategic, truthful. I always feel lawyer energy, accountant energy, or coming in that king, just real lots of logical, mental energy here. This is a little bit unknown. Messages at the bottom. And I kept getting that feeling because, as I said, you might get your union, but I don't think your union's going to be your knight in shining armor. One more for this. 9 of Wands. Wounded warrior. Resilience. Yeah, being strong. Amazon workers, stay strong. I think you're going to get what you want. I think some stuff might be exposed. It looks like there's new beginnings. You're definitely going to have to make some kind of decisions. Legal authorities, logical stuff coming in with the King of Swords. And then we have that resilience. Wounded warrior energy with the Nine of Wands, getting what you need. Good for you guys. I hope it works. Look at that. Bottom of the deck, wish fulfillment with the Nine of Cups. Waiting for your ships to come in with the Three of Wands. There's some good luck there too. All in all, two aces, victory, good luck, wish fulfillment, overcoming the odds, spirituality, the wheel is turning. I think the Amazon workers are going to win this fight. Think some stuff might be exposed. Be careful though, because, you know, could be his people compromising with you, guys, the Amazon workers. I really hope it works out, and thanks so much for watching. It was interesting to read. Good luck, Amazon workers. Jeff Bezos, you got enough. Give it up, buddy. It's in your stars. You're going to be fine. But thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.